Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about mucormycosis, the black fungal disease. Mucormycosis, it is a disease which was earlier known as zygomycosis and is a fungal infection which is mainly caused by certain types of fungi, generally as mentioned here, Rhizopus, mucor, and Rhizomucor species. And it is a fungal growth infection. Now being reported in many COVID-19 infected person after they are getting recovered from the viral infection. Many of them are getting caught with the viral infection called mucormycosis. And these are some diagrams of the fungal growth in different type of specimen. And as you can see here, this is the fungal growth of Rhizopus. For this is for mucor and this is for Rhizomucor. When fungal growth happen, they form spores which appear like black spots. As you can see here, in all the cases, these fungal growths, when the spores are encapsulated spores uh, are formed in huge chunk, and the fungal growth happens in a larger scale, then they appear to look like black spots, and so the name black fungal disease comes. Fungi are decomposers and they feed mainly on decaying matter. As you know, this is the property of fungi. When a COVID-19 infected person gets cured, the immune system of that person becomes relevantly very weak. So the person becomes very much prone to other kind of infections if that person doesn't take care of his immune system after getting cured, or he or she is uh, becoming too much careless, or uh, he or she is not taking any step to further boost up his or her immune system, like taking immuno boosting drugs, or healthy diet or exercise, and many other steps through which the immune system should be taken care of, and following a healthy lifestyle even after when you are getting cured. And this phase of post-COVID infection, where the person needs to maintain a very healthy lifestyle, so that the body, which is relevantly very prone to now other kinds of infections and different types of bacteria and other infections and other diseases, should be protected from further dangers that he or she can encounter with, if the immune system is not taken care of after he or she has recovered from the COVID-19 infection. Now, when the immune system becomes relatively weak, then the infected body becomes like breeding grounds for this fungi in many rare cases, but still the mortality rate of this uh, fungal disease is very high. It's 40 to 50%, so it's very serious, and it needs to be taken care of and needs to be prevented. And we'll see later on how complicated and the disease is in some specific category of persons, and what are the prevention we can take, and what are the treatments available for this disease. Now, the mortality rate, as I have already mentioned, is very high in this disease. The fungi produces spores, and spores are encapsulated component of the fungi, and spores are very much protected from, because of this encapsulation, protected from heat, temperature, and dryness, and spores hence are very stable. And these spores can spread through air, hence the air which is in contact with an immunocompressant person after COVID-19 infection or any other disease, when the immune system of that person becomes relatively weak, then air can also be a huge contributor to this disease being spread within that person. So it is advisable that if a person is infected with COVID and he is getting cured, and at home he should have a air purifier, rather than using air coolers in this summertime, because air coolers, because of the venting process involved in it, the when in air coolers there are water stored in that vents, the water can become much more uh, a good pathway for the fungi to enter through air into your already immunocompressant body. So air purifiers are advisable for persons because air purifiers can help you from prevention of any further infection if you are under home isolation even after getting infected, because pure air can help a lot in your chances of getting caught with such a fungal infection or any other infection. So you can buy it, or it is preferable to buy one such air purifier which is available in the market. Now there are certain pathways through which this fungal infection happens. This is rhinocerebral, pulmonary, gastrointestinal, cutaneous, and disseminated. And the most uh, frequent are in case of COVID-19 infected person as rhinocerebral and pulmonary. Rhinocerebral is through nasal cavity and it infects. Then the fungi spreads to the brain, and pulmonary is through lungs. And the fungal growth happens rapidly in the lungs, and this leads to further complications. This gastrointestinal and cutaneous are very rare to happen in case of COVID-19 infected patients, but cutaneous can still happen because it is through skin, and through skin you can have that you can have this fungal infection in your body, but the mortality rate in case of cutaneous is very much low compared to the other types. In case of disseminated means this is not that. This is very rare in case of COVID-19 infected person, but this can happen in case of persons who have an organ transplant. So when our body undergoes any organ transplant, then tissue mismatching or tissue matching happens. During that process, there is a chance that when tissue adaptability is going on in your body, then some kind of such infection can happen because the body is more prone to foreign agents in that phase. So when dissemination happens in that during that phase, if you are you by any chance gets caught with this mucormycosis, the mortality rate is very as high as 97 to 98%. But in case of rhinocerebral and pulmonary, it is comparatively low, but it is very much spreadable and very much evident in case of COVID-19 infected persons, as as being reported in many parts of India in recent news. So rhinocerebral is through nasal cavity and pulmonary is through lungs. Now, how can we detect the presence of this fungal growth? For rhinocerebral case, we take the nasal swab and we do analysis of it in laboratories through which we can see the fungal growth. If evident, then we will be able to know that the person is infected with that fungal infection. And in case of pulmonary, we need to have a tissue culture and biopsy of the lungs, and this will give us a knowledge about or information about whether the person is infected with mucormycosis. Now, moving ahead, persons with high blood glucose level and high age are more susceptible to this infection because in case of high age and high blood glucose level person, the body is more prone to infections as the glucose level is very high, and because of also age, the immune system of the body, because of high blood glucose level, is already very low, and the body because of high sugar level is more prone to other kind of fungi, bacteria, and various other infections, because more glucose level in the blood means the your blood is more susceptible uh, as food for other microbes to attack you. So this kind of infection also mucormycosis in India also, and many other countries also, when reported, these are mainly reported in patients who have a high blood glucose level and who are infected with COVID-19 and are getting cured, but they many in rare cases, also in cases where persons are with high blood glucose level or have a very high age, they are getting infected with this mucormycosis. Now, also in case of a normal host, as you can see here, this is the blood vessel, and there is this is the tissue. And in case of a susceptible host, because of high blood glucose level, there's a rupture of this. There can be ruptures in these blood vessels. Also, if they are in case of any dissemination, or in case of any tissue mismatching or organ transplant, also there are chances of rupturing of these blood vessels, and in that case these ruptures can help in the fungal growth to a higher level, as you can see here, and this leads to further complications. Same in case of lungs. When your lungs get caught with COVID-19 virus and your lungs become very much infected, and your alveoli are hugely impacted because of the viral infection, and the immune capacity of the lungs is very much low after the infection, and during that period the fungal growth can happen in a larger way in the alveoli, as it becomes more prone to microbial infection during that phase. So it should be avoided. Now there are certain treatments for available for this disease, but the treatments are antifungals, but these are very specific antifungals. All kind of antifungals won't work on this micromycosis fungal infection, because it is a special type of case. As you can see here, this is one drug, amphotericin B, and another drug, isavuconazole. And this azole group, this is the azole group. These azole groups are antifungal. These are antifungal drug groups, because in any kind of antifungal drugs, these are very much common to be found. These groups are very much common to be found. In case of isavuconazole, also this is the azole group present in combination with another group which forms the drug. As you can see here, this is a classic example of an azole drug in combination with another component to form isavuconazole, but these are not drugs to be taken as popped up pills. These are taken to under prescription of a physician, and this needs to be taken in the form of injections and these are intravenous drugs. So uh, the patient needs to get admitted to prevent himself from mortality and prevent himself from further aggravation of the fungal infection. So the main prevention of these diseases, that the patient, when feels anything such uncomfortable or any such symptoms of fungal infection within himself, then he or she should immediately report to a doctor and take proper care, and then he or she can get cured. But in even if the drugs, these antifungal drugs are not like that it will always work on them. These are not like rambans that if you take it, it will work only. In very much of the cases, the tissue where the fungal growth happens needs to be detached from the body, and so you might have heard that eyelids are taken out of patients because of the black fungal growth in the occipital region, and these are the reasons behind it, because these antifungals will work depending on what stage of fungal growth has happened within that infected part of your body. Now, for prevention, after getting cured of the COVID-19 infection, you should maintain a healthy lifestyle and maintain a healthy diet and work on your immune system and boost up your immune system with immuno boosting drugs and immuno boosting healthy diet and proper exercise, so that you can prevent this kind of infection as much as you can. And also air purifier is preferable to be used, so that as you have already known now, it is being already accepted that COVID-19 and other viral infections are also spreading through air, and this fungal infection can spread more quickly through air. So air purifier are much more preferable or much more advisable to be used in case of patients recovering from COVID-19. Thank you very much.